Achieving the zero harm is the prime motto of health and safety department. The major industries are investing a huge amount of money for achieving zero harm in their workplace. I have performed a detailed research and found these 10 facts related to zero harm which every safety manager, safety practitioners, employers have to understand if they want to achieve the zero harm. In this video, I'm going to explain you the 10 facts related to zero harm and the actual solutions which you can take in your company to achieve the zero harms. Everyone in the world is unique and every human is having different attitude, belief, perception and opinions. Not only towards health and safety, towards anything in the life. Every human is different, every human perception, attitude and belief is different. You have to understand this fact before you are trying to achieve zero harm in your workplace. Everybody in the organization will not understand the safety principles in the same way. The zero harm is only possible when the safety principles are developed with varying characters in mind. Developing one strategy and implementing one strategy for all the employees in your company and expecting the success is not possible. You have to develop the strategy with consideration to all the worker, their belief, their perception towards health and safety. So the first fact that you have to realize is everyone is unique and you need the strategy which developed after consideration of all their perception and belief. The second fact that you have to realize is people move always. The employees will move often and there always be a staff turnover rate in any industries. The industries are facing a huge challenge in controlling the staff turnover rate in their company. When the staff moves away and the new trainee comes in, the competency gap exists. As of course, the competency gap will increase the accident rate in the workplace. So, if you want to achieve the zero harm in your company, make sure you have given enough importance to prevent the staff turnover in the workplace. I will make separate video on how you can control staff turnover rate in your company. The third fact that you have to understand is there is no 100% competence. The things will change and there always be an improvement. The method which is safe today will be unsafe if the condition changes. The equipments will won't be used. The methods will be ineffective by time. As the technology comes in, as the change happen in a workplace, the risk level will change, the type of hazard will change. When the type of hazard is changed, the competency gap will exist. When the competency gap exists, the chances for accident is increases. So make sure you always have an effective system to track the changes that happen in your company and you have right system to detect the competency gap that may exist in your company and you have retrained your employees. Only giving training at the point of employment will never work out. The fourth fact that you have to remember if you want to achieve zero accident is the risk will never be zero. Even after introducing all the control measure, still the chance of accident is exist, still the residual risk is present, so the risk will never be zero. Till the risk is existing, the chance for accident is also exist. If you realize this fact, you will never get overconfident that your company works with acceptable level of risk. Instead, what you will do, you will always try to keep the risk below acceptable level by taking all the control measure by the regular monitoring system. So understand the fact the risk will never be zero. Always there is a chances for accident and you have to continuously monitor and you have to continuously take new control measure to keep the risk below acceptable level. The fifth fact that you have to remember is eliminating all the hazard is not possible. We can replace the one hazard with another hazard. For example, you can replace the manual handling with the mechanical lifting. But however, still the mechanical lifting will have its own hazard related to their activity. You can't say that you have entirely eliminated the risk present in your company. What you have done is simply you replaced one hazard with another hazard. So you can never eliminate the entire hazard present within your company. Instead, what you can do is replace one hazard with another hazard which present lower risk, and make sure the new risk which is present with the new activity that you have introduced is maintained below the acceptable level. You should realize this fact if you want to achieve the zero harm. The sixth fact that you have to realize if you want to achieve the zero harm is really we are working in most hazardous industry. Yes, really we are working in most hazardous industry nowadays. All the actions which is taken by health and safety department nowadays is based on the current scientific evidence, based on the current technologies, based on the current legal requirements, which is subject to change. The future research may identify the current method that we are incorporating into our company is hazardous. The asbestos which we used years ago is now proved to be hazardous. As the days move, as the technology grows, the results of research will prove that the current method which we are following is completely unsafe. So the solution that you have to take in your company is always keep yourself updated with the new scientific innovations related to health and safety. The seventh fact that you have to keep in mind if you want to achieve the zero harm is people cannot be programmed. Yes, you cannot program the workers to perform the job as like you are programming for a machinery. The people are having their own emotion, they are having their own perceptual set, they have their own belief, they have their own perception. So you cannot program the worker to do the particular job in a same sequence all the time. The behavior of worker will change time to time, depends on the environmental condition in which they are working, the equipment which they are using, and the state of condition in which they are living in. So the behavior of the people, the behavior of the individual will change time to time. If you want to influence the behavior of a worker, of course you have to focus on the influential factors too. So if you want to achieve the zero harm in your workplace, give your maximum importance to behavioral based safety. Also give your importance, give your efforts in all the aspects related to the behavior, like in the work environment, work equipment, work pattern, work rate, in the recruitment criteria, and in each and every aspect make sure you design as per the worker, as per the worker mentality. That is the action that you have to take. The eighth fact that you have to understand if you want to achieve zero harm in your workplace is no controls are 100% effective. You cannot eliminate all the hazards in your industry. The engineering controls will fail by time if it is not properly maintained or if it is not properly inspected. The training will not be effective and all the attendees will not listen to the training. The signboards which you are displaying around your workplace will fail if your workers having poor visibility or if your workers having color blindness. So all the controls that we are using in our company, that we are using in the companies or in the industries, having their own merits and having their own limitations. If you want to achieve the zero harm in your company, make sure you identified all the control measure, you found their merits and their limitations, and based on their limitations you incorporated it into your risk controls. That is the key to achieve zero harm. So the ninth fact that you have to understand is harms can be hidden. You may declare that you have achieved zero harm in your company, but the research proved that most of the workers, they tend to underreport the accidents or the minor injuries which is happening to them. Till you are achieving 100% internal reporting in your company, you can never say that you have achieved the zero harm. So don't shout that you have achieved the zero harm in your company. Make sure you have given sufficient importance for achieving 100% incident reporting in your company. The 10th fact that you have to understand if you want to achieve zero harm in your company is zero harm is never finalized. Till the operations takes place, till the industry runs, the chances for harm is also present. You can never give a final declaration that you have achieved the zero harm. Simply, the zero harm is an aim which has no endings and no time scale. So, if you had zero harm today in your company, don't get overconfident. The accidents can occur at any point of time by any reason. Keep working on minimizing the risk below the acceptable level. So all the best for achieving the zero harm in your workplace. The question from the video: what is the third fact that I have given for achieving the zero harm in the video? Leave your answer in the comments. If you like this video, share with your friends. Also do subscribe the channel. Thank you.